Hello. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday, guys. I know some of you may be who snowed in. If you snowed in, say me. Because if you snowed in, this is a great day to make it rain.
Oh,
Baby, I love snow days because it's a great day to make it rain. And tonight we're gonna actually be applying, creating the actual application that makes you eligible for tools, money, and resources in your business. bit.ly/more money 2022. I just had a client win laptops, desktops, and tablets. And my message today is it takes money, resources, and knowledge
mm,
for you to build your dream.
mm.
It takes money, resources, and knowledge. I'm going to make this plain this morning. Your job is somebody else's dream. There's not a job anywhere that was not first an idea in somebody else's mind. Make sure you tell us good morning today as you're coming in. Good morning to Keisha. Happy New Year. There is not a job anywhere. If you work at Goodyear, this used to be Mr. Goodyear's dream. If you work at McDonald's, there was the McDonald brothers and then Ray Kroc's dream that he conveniently lifted from them. There is not a thing anywhere
Mm, mm.
that is not that chair you sit in used to be somebody's idea to get up off the ground. That
Yeah.
stove you cook on was somebody's idea to stop using firewood and
Mm,
campfires. Girl, that perm in your hair was
mm,
somebody's idea to quit fighting the BB shots every day. Everything you use
mm.
is a result of somebody else's dream. Good morning, Desiree. Desiree says she got her ticket for the night. Good morning, D. Morris. Good morning, Angel. And so tonight we're going to be showing you how to access some of those resources and what you need to say or how you need to look at your business for business growth. Do
Mm.
you have a laundry list of things that you need to grow your business and how much they cost? Because if you don't, how you going to manifest? If you don't, how you know what to ask for?
Mm, mm,
If you don't, how you going to grow? We got to stop thinking we just going to grow things with our bare hands.
mm,
Monique, I'm gonna let you talk about that. Then
mm,
I'm gonna turn over to Miss Ignite Your Dream herself.
mm.
She can. But Monique, what do you think about that? Good morning, Miss Sarah.
You are so right. As always, coach, you need the resources. You need the information.
Right.
You need, the technology. And not only that, but you need a vision, and that's what tonight is about. If you just can't be around here like this, monkey see, monkey do,
Or like this with half a vision,
yeah,
Mm,
or like this with a small vision.
hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, whatever, and think you're going to make six figures, five figures, six figures. Some people start out their businesses. I know our sister D Morris is on here, the cake lady, the one by D. And so, maybe when she started her business, I'm just saying, she didn't tell me this, but I mean, she might have only desired to make maybe $100 or 250
right.
extra dollars a week. Now it's this big conglomerate, vision, and cakes are being shipped all over the United States, and people
Cost
are
money.
exactly. But she scaled her business, but she had a vision. Vision. Do your eyes like this, everybody on the live, not on the live. If you
D.
watch
Morris said when she started, she
vision,
only wanted
vision.
$300 a month,
Wow.
$75 a week, and
Yep.
now she has quit her job to bake cakes full
Come
time
on now.
because she had a vision.
Mm,
And that's
Because
what
she had a vision.
it's
mm.
going to take vision. It's going to take vision. You've been talking about it all week about what the good Lord said about write the vision and make it plain so that those who see it will read it, and not only read it, but run
Run with it.
with
Yes.
it. You need vision. On the other side of this Zoom here, this live, I have my vision boards, the yearly vision, the long-term vision, in between vision and the bling bling vision of what I want in life. And it takes, a vision. You have to know where you're going. And so we want you to come on out tonight. I know I have my ticket. I'm going to be there, going to be super excited. Go to bit.ly/more money 2022 to get your ticket. General admission ticket is only $29. Of course, you can always upgrade to VIP if you would like. The option is there for you. But we want you to catch a vision for your life, for your business.
And a big vision, Monique.
Yeah.
I want you to understand that God can deliver according to your faith. So if you just got the vision for $5 worth of gas money versus owning a gas station versus owning an oil well, you get what you have the vision for. And I just want, and Latalia, I want you to talk a little bit about sowing a seed in yourself, because that's something that I see women really, really, really struggle with.
Yes.
Is sowing the necessary seed in yourself, and then understanding that all the seed that you sow in yourself doesn't even have to come out of your own pocket.
So, Coach, first of all, y'all started out like fire. I've taken a page full of notes in just that last 2 minutes. So you have to sow into yourself, but it first starts with understanding that your ideas, your vision, your dreams have value, that there is a purpose and a place and a space for everything that you've been purposed to do. And once you understand that what you have inside of you is the treasure, you'll begin to take it more seriously, and you'll begin to invest in yourself. You'll begin to invest belief in yourself, time and effort into yourself. And ultimately, you'll understand that the dreams and the ethers may be free, but in order to see it come into fruition, you have to invest money into it. Your money is going to help you do the basics, like get your laptop, keep your lights on so that you can, and buy internet so you can get online, build your team, help create what you need or put it in place so that you can bring that vision to life. But it starts with understanding that your dreams have value and importance.
And the Bible is specific about seed and harvest. You get what you give. Sarah Michelle said, I knew I was operating in purpose when 1 month's earnings became more than my last annual salary in corporate America. Catch the vision and put it to work. Faith without works is dead. Do the work and put the proper processes in place. You are worth it. Tell yourself yes. Seed, time, and harvest. The Bible is crystal clear that if you want a bigger harvest, you must sow more seed.
Continually.
Continually. In yourself, in your dream, you got to act like a farmer. If a farmer wants a bigger vision, a bigger harvest, he's got to get more land. He's got to buy more seeds. He got to get a bigger tractor. He's got to get a bigger irrigation system. He's got to get more pesticide. He's got to get more fertilizer. He's got to get more workers to get the fruit off the trees and get it ready for the market. He's even got to have more trucks to take his bigger harvest to market. He's going to need a bigger fruit stand to say, you are the farmer. And many of you don't even really know what you need to birth this big dream that is stalking you.
Because the vision is not clear. And if the vision is clear, we're not acting on it. And if you don't put the action to it, there's nothing will come into fruition, and you lose hope. You think that it's not working. You think that, it's not worth you putting the time into, but it's not that. It's you have to put the work in. You can't be passive about your dreams. And that's something that was really big for me last year. Like I got really passive and lost sight, lost the vision. And so it didn't trigger my drive or anything that I needed to get to work. So we have to remember our vision. Like Monique said, put our V's up, and keep it in front of us and let that be the driving force.
And, I really think that, go ahead, Monique.
Most definitely. And not only that, you need to write that sucker.
You gotta write it down.
Write it down.
Okay. And
yes.
you say, oh, it's in my head. I know what it is or whatever. No, you haven't written it down because you don't even really believe in it. Because if you believed in it, you would write it down so that you would see it. Not just because God said write it down. That's number one reason to write it down. But you need to write it down so that you can see it and you can believe it. Because when it's in front of your face every day, then it's just like, OMG, what am I doing toward that? It's like you are reminded on a day, especially if it's you write it down and you put it in a place where you're going to see it every day, where you're reminded, this is my purpose, this is my dream, this is my goal, this is what I'm working for, this is what I'm grinding for. And when you don't do that, that means you don't believe it.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, a lot of people say they want $1 million. Even mine, I just use me as a testimony, as my own transparency. I say I want $1 million, but sometimes I be in my bed sleep and I be on my butt, and the Lord,
I got 2 hands up.
The Lord be talking to me. The last year, November of 2020, the Lord said, Coach, and she wasn't there physically, but I heard her voice. And she was like, get up off your...
I remember you telling us that. I remember that dream.
I was like, Jesus, that was Coach. I was like, oh my God. There's no way. I've been here trying to sleep, talking about I want $1 million. And I'm like, going to bed. I ain't done no homework. My ebook is like 60 days late.
I remember them blues, Monique.
I'm telling you, it was like Coach was right there by my bed. She was like, get up off yo. And I'm like, Lord, you will send one you want to send to say what you want said. And I'm telling you, from that day to this, I have been grinding. I've slipped up. But then she'll pull me, rip. I see the kickboxer now. She'll come. I'm like, where you at? How come you're not in class? I'll be like, oh, Jesus. Like, I'm sorry, Coach. I'm coming. But, that's just my transparency.
Yeah.
Is saying, hey, I say I want $1 million, but am I really going to show up to do the work that it takes to get $1 million? And I have more than $1 million brand. And Coach has given me my 7-figure scorecard, not only once, but just recently when I was in Houston with her, she sat me down and showed me again, so it's just like, it's now time to put the hand to the plow and get it done, and that's what you need to do. You need to go to bit.ly/more money 2022 and get it done. Pay the $29, be in the room, come get a vision, understand about the resources, what's available for your business, so that you don't have to end 2020, 2021 2022 doesn't have to be like 2019, 2020, 2021.
That's right.
When are you going to jumpstart and just break through and get it going?
And that $29 is a seed.
And it really is.
It is,
especially to help you get a vision for your business. And another reason, let me tell you this, one of the most important reasons to write your vision and make it plain is so it says, and the Bible says, so he that read it can run with it. But what about when you reread it? See, sometimes we don't even recognize what we've asked God for because we ask him in passing. We didn't write it down. We didn't mean it when we said it. So then when we see it, we get afraid, not realizing he's delivering what you've asked him for. Yes. And it's not always going to come. One of my favorite sermons is the I Am Factor by Bishop Tudor Bismarck. And he said that he went to this conference and Creflo and T.D. Jakes and Benny Hinn and all of them were there, and they all came in a private jet. And of course, him and his team came on a commercial airline. So he said he left feeling some kind of way. And he said, well, why don't you have a private jet? He said, because I've never asked the Lord He said, I had to convict myself that I was telling myself I couldn't afford a private plane. I wasn't at that place in my ministry yet. My ministry hadn't grown enough. He said, but when I started to invoke the I am factor and start to say, I am a private plane, he said he got a call from a Saudi Arabian prince that said, I get a new plane every year. Would you like my old one from last year?
My God.
And my team is equipped to give you fuel for a year. And if you need some more fuel next year, just call us. He said he wouldn't have recognized a jet plane if it came his way because he never asked one. Some of you guys are convicting yourself out of the money you need to build your business. You're saying things like, I can't afford, or I'm not ready yet. You're saying things like, it's not my time, or, that money doesn't exist. But there are people out there. There are people out there giving away money every single day. There's people out there giving away tools, giving away knowledge, giving you connections.
Right.
And because you don't speak those things that are not as though they were, you don't even recognize the blessings when they come your way. If you ask God, free me from this job, he has already freed you. He didn't put us here to go to work for a job. He put us here to go to work in the kingdom. So you got to ask yourself, am I being obedient to what he has already given me?
And when we ask ourselves, we got to be honest and receive the answer.
Are you doing the 40 hours on your business that you do at a job? Really, let's say 50, because you got to get dressed. You got to commute. You got to get there. You got to pack a piece of lunch. You got to sit in traffic. So let's just say 50 hours. Are you even doing half that in your purpose? Are you even doing half that in your business? If your job told you call 100 people a day, you do it. I know, because I used to be customer service, and I used to take 150 to 200 calls in an 8-hour shift. Well, hell, if I could do it for them, I could damn sure do it for me. If I could do it for $15 an hour, if I could do it for $16 an hour, can I do it for 1.3? Can I do it for 2.5? Can I do it for 3.9? And that's what you're not asking yourself. Some of y'all don't have a big enough vision. And I'm one of those people that I don't think you should make a vision that's so far into the hemisphere, you don't have a chance. But I'm also one of those people that know it only takes 1,000 people. It only takes 100 people paying you $10,000 for you to make $1 million. I'm going to say that again. It only takes 100 people, 2 people a week, paying you $10,000 to make $1 million flat. And if you had to call 200 people a week to find 2 at a 1% conversion rate, are you willing to? It's all a numbers game. So while you sitting over there feeling sorry for yourself, I'm applying for free money. While you sitting over there saying they ain't never going to give it to me, you're making it right because you're not putting in an application. You don't know where to go. You don't know where to apply. You don't know what to say, and you won't invest in the knowledge you need to get it. And you look at things like tonight that are $29, and instead of you hurrying up and running and buying your ticket, you are girl, if you won't invest $29, you don't need to have access to the next level. Tickets to the next level are not free or cheap.
Well, with that said, bit.ly/more money 2022. Let's go.
I know Coach brought it down, brought some sense to the room. But it's true. It's true. You got to stop playing. Just stop playing. Either you want it or you don't, and either you believe God and you're asking him for it and you're willing to do what it takes to get to the next level. then, like Coach said, you're sitting there and you're like, oh, $29, like, oh, $29, but listen, when Coach has a class, this class really should be a $997 class, $1,000 class, because she gonna bring it and she gonna give you some knowledge, she gonna give you some wisdom, you're gonna get some resources, you're gonna get some information, you're gonna get a vision for your business, and be able to really, this is it. This is literally, you have 51 more weeks. Today ends week 1 of 2022. There's 51 weeks left. The clock is ticking, and it's not stopping for anybody.
And it won't stop.
No, it won't.
And you'll look up, and me, Monique, and Natalia be here, and it'll be December 15th.
You got that right. Because 2021 flew the heck up out of here.
Girl, even 2020 did too.
It was sick of us.
Even with all the restrictions, even with all of the couldn't go nowhere, couldn't do nothing. Girl, these days start running together up in this house, and you looked up and it was December. How many more years are you gonna promise yourself change?
I got more behind me than I do in front of me.
How many more years? How many more years are you going to say this is the year? Well, if you don't do something different, then how do you expect different? That something different is for tonight is more than about, and I told y'all that it's more than about pictures and glue and cardboard and tape. This is about numbers and spreadsheets and dollar signs and commas and zeros, because that is what it takes to move the world. Zero and commas, moving that decimal spot, moving that comma over, putting some real numbers in front of your bank account, so that when you call the bank, she ain't through telling you in 2 seconds your balance. $29.73. I want her to.
You want to stretch that out to 20 seconds.
Your balance is $17,847,000.
Put a little bit of time on that balance.
Yeah, put some time on my balance.
Yes,
your balance is $17,353,742.19.
Hey,
I didn't want to hear about the 19 cents. And I want you to know, and I want you to put this in the chat, that I am able. I want you to put this in the chat, because we've got to stop thinking that Jeff Bezos is the only one that's able.
I am able.
My mentor told me something yesterday. Because now this is what she fusses me about, Monique.
Okay.
And this is our great argument. Our great argument is that anybody can do what I do. That's our great argument. I say, Shavana, I'm a firm believer that anybody can do what I do. And she says, D, you're special, you're different. I say yes. And God made everybody special, and God made everybody different. Everybody has the same opportunities to generate revenue. Everybody's able. I don't think that any one person is more able, more capable. I may have more skills in one area, but everybody's got something, an idea, a skill, a talent, a gift, a calling that they can generate millions with. I'm a firm believer. He said he is no respecter person. He said if he did it for one, he can do it for you. He said that. We're so busy looking at how somebody else is different, right? That we don't always tap into what he put into us. So that's number one. Everybody's able. Say it again. I am able.
I am able.
I am able.
Now there's two factors that she won yesterday. By the way, she won the argument yesterday. She said there are two factors that impact our ability to get where God has put into us. So she said, I agree with you. From a nature perspective, everybody has what it takes. Everybody say, I am able. Everybody has something. God gave everybody something. She said, but where the rubber meets the road is nurture.
Wow.
She said, my mom I don't want to break down this morning. She said, my mom instilled it in me. She said, your mom instilled it. They reinforced the nurture. I would run into my mom's bedroom and be like, I'm gonna build a pink rocket. And she would say, when, baby? When you gonna do it? Because I know you can. And I know not everybody has had that level of nurture. Yeah. So I try to be that, because my mama was tough on me too. She would not let me throw pity parties. She would not let me make excuses. She would not let me play the victim. I remember the one time I went to this girl's party and the girl tried to fight me because the little boy liked me and didn't like her. So she invited me to the party, then tried to fight me. And, you know, I was so sweet. I went home upset. My mama sent me back outside. She said, you will not run from a fight. Sent me outside and locked the door, girl. Made me fight that girl to get back.
She said, lock the door. You will not come back in here unless you
locked the door. I could tell you, I see it in my head to this day. I know exactly where we live. I know exactly what I had on. The little girl was mad. My outfit was cute. Girl, my outfit was homemade. My mama sold that outfit.
And that guy wanted you.
And we was little kids, was like 8. And the little boy liked me and she got mad. So she tried to fight me on sight. So I was shocked. Because I had my little outfit on. I had my little gift. And I go in the party.
She came to her party.
She invited me.
Poor baby.
So that's how tough my mom was.
Yeah.
On me. You know, even as an adult, when I was going through my divorce, she said, okay, you got 15 minutes. I said, I got 15 minutes to do what? She said to throw your pity party. She said, get out all your streamers, get your cake out, child. Get your balloons, your noise makers, your tablecloth. What kind of appetizers you going to have at your pity party? But after 15 minutes, it's over.
It's over.
Because you have to take care of these kids.
Yes.
Nature and nurture. So I'm equally tough with y'all. But you'll never doubt that I love you. I never doubted my mama loved me. And y'all should never doubt I love y'all, because I'm going to tell you and show you. See, people can tell you they love you, but do they show you? Y'all didn't hear what I said.
I heard you.
Watch who's around when the chips are down. Watch who's around when you're sick. Watch who's around when you're not feeling your best. Watch who's around when you're not doing what they want to do. Watch who's around you then. You see. So my mama didn't just tell me she loved me.
She showed you.
She showed me every single day that she believed in me. Every single day. That's why some of y'all need coaching, because ain't nobody ever told you you was worth $1 million. That's one of the first things I do in my coaching program is I bring everybody in. I say, what do you do? And let me show you where your $1 million is. Not her million, not his million, not Oprah's million, not Michael Jordan's million, not Jeff Bezos' million. Where's the million that God set aside for you? Somebody say, show me my millions, coach.
Show me my millions, coach.
Somebody say, show me my millions, coach. Because until you see it, sometimes you don't believe it's for you too, but it is.
And then not only that, the way you break it down is like so simple.
Yeah. It is.
Makes it doable.
We overcomplicate God's abundance because we overcomplicate we overcomplicate the bounty and the buffet that God has said. That's like starving in the middle. Some of y'all are starving in the middle of a buffet.
Because we so overwhelmed by everything that's around us. Won't take a step. Go into paralysis.
Won't.
Just like she said, 100 people paying you 10 grand each. You know, that's
100 people, 1,000 people paying you $1,000. Most of y'all got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,000 Facebook friends. So 10% of your followers paying you $1,000 to make $1 million. That's just not a lot of people. Somebody say, show me my millions. See, in order for you to say, show me my millions, you got to mean it. You got to we ain't have a whole lot of people put show me my millions in the chat. but they're there. So she won the argument because she said, although nature, God allows for everybody to have access to the abundance, nurture won't allow people to redeem their millions.
Jeez.
Wow.
And if they don't get in a place where they can be nurtured, where they can be encouraged, where they can be held accountable, where they can be shown that it's available for them too, they will keep overlooking their greatness, their gifts, their talents, their access to the abundance. So she won the argument yesterday, girl. We always had the same argument. And don't get me wrong, she has helped me even embrace my own greatness, because I will, and this is all of us, we got to be careful not to dim our lights so as not to blind people, not to dim our lights so as to make other people comfortable, not to dim our lights so people don't think we showing out, not to dim our lights so people don't think we're better than them. It's not a better than you game. It's not a trying to make you feel no kind of way game. It's none of that. It's this is who he created me to be.
Yes.
Right?
And
Don't
this
be
is
mad
how
at me
I'm
'cause
going
I
to show
polish my
up.
pearl. You got a pearl too. Is you polishing yours? Mine shines bright because I read books. Mine shines bright because I study. Mine shines bright because I work on my craft. Do you do the same? Do you polish the pearls he gave you? I'm an amazing orator because I've done 7,000 videos. I've done as many videos, if not 4 times more than TD Jakes has done sermons. If you think about an average pastor does 52 sermons a year. Let's just give them 104 for Wednesday night. Let's just go on and give them 15 or 16 more for special occasions. So the average pastor does 120 sermons a year. I've done over 4,000 live stream videos. So let's just say TD Jakes been doing this 40 years, 0, 0, 8. Him doing this 40 years and me being on live stream, we neck and neck. If he do this 40 years, he's got 4,800 videos. I got over 4,000. I probably got 4,800 myself. It's not an accident. Greatness is not an accident. Greatness is the birth of what God gave you, multiplied by your own energy, effort, and study. It's not instant. Where did the vocabulary come from? Where did the storytelling come from? Where did the biblical references come from? All of that is, but where are your millions? Where are your millions? Somebody say my millions.
My millions.
My millions.
And what are you willing to do to peel back the eczema that the world has placed, the psoriasis that the world has placed, the dead skin that has grown up over your the scar tissue that has grown up over your greatness, because the world said this and the world said that, and this person said this, and then this person did this to me, and some of y'all are still carrying so much of that you don't have room for your millions in your bag. Erykah Badu said, "Bag lady, you gonna hurt your bag."
Yeah.
Carrying all them bags like that. She said, "I guess nobody ever told you. All you must hold on to is you. You don't need to hold on to that trash from your last boss that was jealous of you. You don't need to hold on to that trash from that uncle or auntie who didn't like you. You even down to your parents. If they did something to you that offended you, forgive them. Because they ain't even got an answer to you about that." Don't forget, whoever wronged you, even come on, Sinetra, even Betty White said, "My Father in heaven is watching you." She told that man, "Though you still do me like you do." She told that man, "My Father in heaven is watching you." So when you cheat on me, you got to answer to me. You got to answer to him. Turn these folks over to the ultimate authority.
To the Lord.
Call the Lord on them. And contrary to popular belief, you don't even have to forgive people. You don't. You don't. You don't. You can say, Lord, deal with them how you see fit. You ain't got to forgive them for whatever they did. You turn them over to the Lord. But quit letting that be your roadblock. Quit letting that be your reason that you don't pursue your greatness. People make mistakes. We all do. Whatever they did to you, consider it a mistake. But your greatest mistake is taking what they did to you and holding on to it as the reason that you're not great.
And letting it weigh you down.
Letting it weigh you down.
Take up space in your mind and in your heart.
And let me tell you, it's not that we're not doing a good job, but we've got to stop telling ourselves, well, oh, girl, you're doing a good job. You either making the millions or you're not. You're either prepared for generational wealth or you're not. Just because you're making more than you were does not mean you're at the finish line. And when you won't submit yourself to wise counsel, when you won't submit yourself to some help in the journey, then you're committed to staying where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
When you change, your situation changes. When you change the people you hang out with, when you change the knowledge that you put in. Okay, so this was yesterday's argument too.
Okay,
what you got? My mentor, nature versus nurture.
Okay.
Not only do you need coaches to nurture you, but you need to nurture yourself. She said, D, I read 75 books last year. When she read as much as I read. We be toe for toe with the books. Take that, take that. We be toe for toe, we be fighting. She said she told one of her friends, where in the world did you get time to read 75 books? She said, when you was watching TV, come on now. I was reading books. When you was at the grocery store, I told y'all about my Instacart say, I done saved over 1,100 hours in 2 years. How many books is that? Let's just say the average book take me, let's just say 11 hours to read. And I've saved $1,100 on Instacart. That is 100 books. That's 50 books a year saved by not going to the grocery store. When you want something different, you just got to do something different. I was telling my client, girl, you better start putting them meals in the crock pot while you teaching them they school in the daytime, so that when the food is ready, you got them out the way and you can work on your business. You can't be sitting up under them all day for school, then all day for dinner time, and then all day to wash the dishes. You're going to run out of time.
You're right. And you've been telling us about Instacart for a minute to give us extra time. And it wasn't until my little bout with COVID this past couple of weeks, and after you sent me the 2 shipments of vitamins and the groceries and stuff that you sent me, I was like, "Ooh, this chicken soup tastes so good." And I looked in the cupboard and I didn't have any chicken noodle soup. I had everything but chicken noodle. I was like, "Oh no, well, let me go." And I had established the Instacart account. I just never used it. Well, I'm on quarantine now. I can't go nowhere. So it's just like, now's the time to use it. Ordered me some 10 cans of chicken noodle soup. And I had ran out of the strawberry kiwi juice that you had ordered me, and ordered me some more of that. And, got my little Instacart order, and they sure enough delivered it. I was like, oh, this is what Coach was talking about. This is so nice. I was like,
save your time, ladies.
Sorry it took COVID to, get me to.
And that's that hard head. That is the hard head I be talking about, guys. And y'all are hard-headed about your abundance. Me sitting here telling you you got access to millions in the kingdom is going right over your head. Me telling you that there are certain tools that you need to be mindful of, and you got to have a vision. And that's what we're doing tonight, setting the vision for your business. He can't give you what you haven't asked for. The word is specific. He said, you have not because you ask not. When is the last time you put $1 million profit plan on paper for your business? When is the last time you put a $500,000 profit plan on paper for your business? Do you even know what it takes? And that's what we're going to be doing tonight. Do you even know what it takes to birth a business of that magnitude? And if you don't, asking is not enough. He was crystal clear. He said faith without works. You know, I told my daughter, girl, we've been fighting about this for days because she's so black and white. But I told her I'm going to do a business revival. She said, Mom, you can't do that. But the reason I'm doing it is not to be sacrilege, but to show you that there are just as many business answers in the Bible as there are answers about your life. Solomon was by far the richest man that ever lived. Said he make Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos look like they got snow cone money.
Right.
The richest man that ever lived under the instruction of what we ignore every day. He said, write the vision, make it plain. He said, seed without harvest. He gave you a parable about using your gifts and talents. We ignore all that and go to a job. And you wonder why you don't have what the Bible says you should have. You don't have it because you haven't done what the Bible has said you should do. You're not in pursuit of knowledge. Some of y'all are in pursuit of money. That's not going to work. King Solomon said that. He said, give me knowledge. Some of y'all are not taking action. Some of y'all are not using your talents. Some of you are letting the world swallow you up and tell you who you should be instead of reaching deep down inside and trying to figure out who God created you to be. It's worth the journey. And you're so afraid of making a mistake. My. Can we just talk about that for a minute?
Oh, yeah. Nobody's perfect but Jesus. Okay.
Say that twice.
Do it messy, do it imperfect.
Get it done.
But get it done. Get it done. And then not only that, but as you taught us, Coach, sometimes you just stay in the lab too long. You want to do a 10-week course or a 5-week course or a 4-week course, but before you get it out there and put it to market and start getting people registered, you want to have all 5 weeks. And that's not how you do it. You get week 1 and then
what do we say about that? A pastor don't have 52 sermons when he takes over ownership of that church.
No, he don't. He might not even have one.
He might not. I know many a pastor burn the midnight oil on Saturday night. Come on now. Trying to come up with a theme for Sunday. Hello?
What am I
the Lord might not give it to him till 5 a.m. Sunday morning. We always think we have to have it perfect. And that is not the case. Good afternoon, Angela. That is not the case. My imperfect completion will beat your perfect lack of completion any day of the week. Yeah, you ain't made no mistakes because you ain't put nothing out there. Even when it comes to applying for this grant money, so many of you sit on the sidelines and say my business ain't worthy. But I've seen a ton of businesses that ain't made no money get grant money. I've seen a ton of businesses that ain't set up right get access to funds, get access to tools, get access to resources. They know we operating from a deficit. I didn't learn to build a business from my daddy who had a Fortune 100 firm. My daddy ain't the Hiltons or the Rockefellers or the Goodyear or the JP Morgan Chases. They know we operating from ground zero. Many of us are first generation entrepreneurs. Many of us, this is the first time they do. They know what the failure rate is for new businesses because we don't have the tools, the resources, the capital, the knowledge. So when somebody says for $29, come get you some, and you can't find $29, I don't want to be belittling, but I do want to say you have to rethink your approach and not be so quick to say, well, what am I going to get with that $29? Baby, If we don't do nothing but sit there and apply for this one grant that we're going to be applying for tonight, it will be worth your $29. If you only get the instruction on what to say, where to go, what to do with this one grant, it will be worth your $29.
Most
but
definitely.
To be able to set forth a big vision for your business, to be able to carve out the time to make it plain, either buy the ticket or not. I'll tell you though, some of us are so remiss to act. And then in hindsight, we say, I should have been there. Don't be that person. Don't be that person that's not planting a seed in yourself. Don't be that person that is waiting on God to deliver you, but you ain't did nothing to deliver yourself. Go to bit.ly/more money 2022 and grab your ticket. And shout out to those of you. Monique already got her ticket. Desra already got her ticket. Those of you who are following the instruction in this new year, shout out to you guys. Because at the end of the day, it is going to be about who followed the instruction. And the Bible is full of instruction on abundance. So if you don't have it, guess who ain't following the instruction? So when you get to them pearly gates and they look your name up in the book of life,
and St. Peter,
and you ask Peter, so say, Peter, why the Lord never delivered on my abundance? You know, Peter's mouth probably smart too, because Jesus' mouth was smart. Because Jesus' mouth was real smart. Because he told that man, how long you gonna lie there? You need to pick up your mat and walk. Peter gonna ask you, why didn't you follow the instruction? Did you understand the assignment? Why didn't you follow the instruction? That man at the pool of Bethesda laid there for 38 years. For 38 years. He waited on somebody to help him to the healing waters. Some of y'all been laying there 38, 28, 18, 8. You've been laying there all this time, waiting on somebody to help you to the healing waters. And then he tried to snitch with Jesus, say, all these people passing me over and won't nobody help me. But in Jesus' mind, Jesus was saying, in 38 years, you couldn't have rolled from here to there.
Crawled and done something.
Crawled from here to there. In 38 years, if you just pushed yourself an inch forward every single day, you would have made it to the healing waters by now. So why don't you pick up your mat and walk? Some of y'all need to pick up your mat. Stop asking the same people for information that's not going to give you information. Stop going to the same places for information and nothing's changed. And above all that, seek out new connections, new opportunities. Give yourself a chance. And if you can't run a risk with $29, you don't need $1 million business. I'm going to tell you, because you're gonna run way more risk than that. So that's what we're gonna be doing tonight. No tape, no scissors, just vision. Dollar signs, commas, and dollar signs.
Yes, bring your pen and your notebook, because I tell you, my testimony, when I first went to your first vision party, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, it was virtual. So it was just like, I was thinking about, okay, what pictures am I going to put, the collage and all that stuff.
Ain't gonna be no picture collage, y'all. It's enough pictures. Look, you want a vision board? Pick up Essence magazine. Just flip through there. I want that house. I want that car. Okay. That's enough of that. What are you going to do to get it? What is it going to take to get it? And that's what nobody's teaching y'all. You want to go to these foo-foo vision board parties and have mimosas and make these cute posters year after year. You got the same things on your posters that are not being delivered. Year after year, you keep going to that same job because you haven't figured out the key to abundance. And year to year, you keep driving that same car, living at that same house. When our Father, the word said, I look to the hills from whence my help cometh. Our Father has the keys to the kingdom. Our Father has access over all the abundance. We talked the other night about writing checks out of the first Holy Spirit savings and loan.
Yeah.
It's got a bigger bank account than JP Morgan Chase, I tell you. It's got a bigger balance than Bank of America. It's got a bigger balance than Wells Fargo, because the first Holy Spirit savings and loan contains access to all of my Father's abundance. And when you draw a check on that account, it won't bounce. When you draw a check on that account, you ain't got to worry about it having insignificant funds, fees, and all that foolishness your bank be charging you. When you draw a check on your gifts and talents, that's like bearer bonds. It's like a certified check. It's like a money order. That's good money. You got to start writing a check on the right bank. That's right, Carlisha. You got to not only have some smart goals, but you got to have some big goals. And you got to push the envelope. And then you got to know with that goal, what is it going to take for me to bring it to fruition, and not be afraid to go out here and solicit, to ask for what it takes. So, guys, we're going to get out of here where I can make it to my next meeting. Thank you, Latalia. She had to dip early. Thank you, Monique. And look, even with Monique, some of you guys have businesses that qualify for government contracts, and you're out there looking for $10,000 when there are $100,000 government contracts floating around, multi-million-dollar government contracts floating around, because you don't know where to go and what to ask. You don't have access. You might want to reach out to Monique Spalding and say, you know, Miss Monique, I'm interested in government contracts, and I'm interested in your class because she's not going to teach you for free. And I want to know where to go put some commas and some zeros behind these numbers I'm making. Y'all don't even have a clue as to how much money is being distributed. Money, tools, resources by these organizations.
Coach, you know it's COVID, right? A company just won a 51 point, I don't know what's after the point, but it's like $51 million contract from the government this past week for providing self-tests, COVID tests to a government agency.
I got one of my clients.
I had to slap myself.
I got one of my clients, and she provides personal protection gear, and she don't even have to manufacture it. She just sources it, and as a pass-through agency. So she just sources it. They pay her to keep it on hand. Her contract is over $5 million. She may spend $1 million on supplies, maybe $1.5 million. The rest is hers. Y'all better start playing big ball. And it costs money to understand how to get in the game. Don't keep being outside the stadium. Don't keep being in the nosebleed seats. Nobody says you can't be right there at home plate. Nobody says you can't be right there behind the field goal line. Nobody says you can't be on the field. Nobody says you can't be on the first row of bleachers. But sometimes you got to pay for access, and trust and believe that $29.
I mean, come on, that's 2 Starbucks latte. That's you're gonna spend that if you buy 2 grande latte, not
You
grande,
sure
but venti. That's the big cup. Lattes
and don't put no extra shot and no extra flavorings.
And don't get no muffin.
And don't get no almond milk. They're gonna charge you more for that. Don't get no lemon pound cake. They're gonna cost more. Right? 7 p.m. tonight, y'all. Quit playing with your business and get ready to write a big vision for your business. You gotta be there to understand what it's for. bit.ly/moremoney2022. All right, love you guys, and I will see you guys later on today.
Bye-bye.